Welcome back, everyone, to more Elder Scrolls Online Clockwork City DLC. Our little friend here wanted to have a chat with us.
So you're a citizen now. Well done. I heard something about a constable tossing people down sewer drains.
Yeah.
Even in this shrine to knowledge, drooling idiots bumble their way to power. Ludicrous. Moving on. I require your services once more.
Of course you do. What do you need?
It's Sotha Sil. Shortly after you and I parted company, I sought him out to discuss our Daedric artifact. I fear something is askew.
Askew?
His habits, his diction, the timbre of his voice, they've all changed, albeit subtly.
You think something is wrong with him?
Worse. Initially, I dismissed it as boredom, fatigue, or even the first signs of senility. But now, after observing him at length, I can say with certainty, this is not the Sotha Sil I know. There's Daedric mischief here, and we will root it out.
Of course there's Daedric mischief here. When is it not plaguing us? How do we go about doing that?
We will leverage your hard-earned citizenship to make inquiries. First, I will make it known that in light of your recent exploits, I offered to take you on as my aide, an offer you eagerly accepted.
I wouldn't say eagerly. Fine. How does me becoming your aide help us investigate Sotha Sil?
As the most powerful mage in the Brast Fortress, I find it difficult to have proper conversations with common folk. They grow silent at my approach, then whisper as I leave. An appropriate, but sadly uninformative display of deference.
Perhaps because you're a pompous ass. So you want me to talk to the other aides?
Indeed. It's commonly understood that servants grumble about their masters, loudly, to those they consider equals. Ask them about Sotha Sil's recent behavior. I'm confident we'll find something of value tucked away in their churlish complaints.
Right. All right. I'll talk to the other aides.
You have questions, of course. Ask what you must. The forces at work here are cunning indeed. You should be prepared for anything.
I thought no one really knew Sotha Sil. How can you be sure something is wrong?
He is inscrutable, but he's also unflinching. Sil always moves deliberately, quietly, and one step at a time, like clockwork. I have never once seen him divert from his course. Until now.
How has he diverted?
In the short time we've been here, he has twice adjusted city patrol routes and delivered 3 revisions to the fortress charter. Trust me when I say this is unprecedented. Sotha Sil never meddles like this.
Has he made any other changes?
That's for you to discover.
Of course.
Don't bother speaking with members of the Congress. Varuni's faith in Sotha Sil is unbreakable. Chancellor Gascoigne resents any threat to the status quo. And Luciana, well, let's just say she's been less than helpful.
Yeah. Is Proctor Luciana still insisting you leave the city?
Luciana resents my presence, but she's no fool. I go where I please, when I please. An open confrontation between us would likely leave hundreds dead. So do not trouble yourself. She will not stand in the way of our investigation.
Right. What can you tell me about the others in Sotha Sil's circle?
Well, you've met Varuni. She's pleasant, without being vapid or boring.
I think that's the pet right there that we just got.
Then again, her doe-eyed faith in Sotha Sil turns my stomach. I find religious attachments repulsive. My thoughts on Luciana are well known. As for Gascoigne...
Who is Gascoigne?
Gascoigne serves as Chancellor. He commands respect, but suffers from the peculiar character flaw of demanding praise at all times. Adulation. A sad fixation indeed. He holds great power, but it's his petty obsessions that make him dangerous. Be wary.
Right, thanks for the warning.
important business back in Vardenfell. I can't be late. I need to leave.
Forward, it cries. Forward to the fruits of cheap ambition. Forward to the promise of everlasting kingdoms.
Will you stop mocking me?
That poor guy. Just let him go to Morrowind, jeez. Well, to Vardenfell specifically. Hello.
You're Lord Fear's newest steward, huh? Can we talk later? If I don't finish this lamp inventory, Gascon will feed me to the fabricants.
Lamp inventory?
Yeah, Gascon must know how much I love doing paperwork.
Yeah.
A few days ago, Sotha Sil ordered us to rip out all the lamps in here and replace them with less efficient ones. What kind of sense does that make? Who wants weaker lamps?
Nobody. What are you doing with the old lamps?
A bunch of factotums loaded them onto a dolly and dumped them somewhere in the mechanical fundament. Hey, I know that look. If you're looking to poach a free lamp, don't bother. Gascon made us slag them all. And that's not even the worst part.
What's the worst part?
Half the old switches don't work with the new lamp, so we've had to manufacture new switches, and half the time the switches get installed backwards, which means we have to do it all over again. Even the factotums don't know what they're doing.
That doesn't sound frustrating, but...
And don't even get me started on the lamp assembly. Sotha Sil could have turned the fabricators to make the new lamps with a flick of his finger, but he demanded that we do it instead. Do you have any idea how complex the fabricators are?
I don't. But I really have to go. Good luck. That doesn't sound like him, right? More fishy goings on.
Dreaming. Soiled tablecloth. Washboard.
You're weird. Hello.
So you're Devathir's new auxiliary, eh? Tough luck, friend. I've heard he's an insufferable bastard, but at least he's not Sotha Sil. Better to be turned into a guar than to serve the Clockwork god.
You don't like working for Sotha Sil? Then why are you here?
Not anymore. In the old days, sure. He was easy to please because he was never around. These days, he changes his mind about something every night. Constant meetings, new dictums daily, adjustments to factotum patrols. It's a nightmare.
Are you sure he hasn't always been this way? He said he was never around.
Trust me, this is unprecedented. I'm afraid something's wrong with his enhancements. Like he's having trouble regulating. He's a different person, I swear. Don't tell anyone I said this, especially Gascon. Blasphemy doesn't go over well nowadays.
Blasphemy?
Yes. Speaking ill of a god never turns out well. In the old days, he'd take it in stride. Commit your small blasphemies, he'd say. The fire of doubt turns ignorance to steam. But not anymore. This place is becoming more like Mournhold every day.
Sorry to hear that. I should get going.
Right. I'm sure you have plenty of work to do for Lord Fear. He's back a few days and already burying you in paperwork, no doubt. Take care of yourself, friend.
Thank you. You're by far the nicest person I've run into since I got here.
May Lord Seht bless your labors.
So you're the one Devath tapped to be his aide in the Brass Fortress.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
thanks.
Provost Varuni's ancestors hail from House Telvanni, just like Lord Fear. But honestly, they couldn't be more different.
What's it like working for Provost Varuni?
Not as bad as you might expect. She's young, youth comes with impatience, but I've never felt unfairly judged, and she's generous with her praise. Honestly, if I had the choice between serving Varuni or Sotha Sil, I'd take Varuni every time.
Sotha Sil is difficult to work for?
Now more than ever. I don't pretend to understand his motives, but he's never been so demanding. One example? He insists that we turn all the lights down before he enters a room. Do you have any idea how difficult that is? It's maddening!
Is flipping switches that difficult?
Huh, flipping switches. That's rich. Each lamp has its own switch, and some lamps have multiple switches. And if that isn't bad enough, some switches control multiple lamps. He's a god, I know, but it shouldn't take a genius to turn on the lights.
That sounds frustrating.
Don't even get me started. Varuni might demand some obscure tome in the middle of the night or chide someone for leaving oil on the floor, but that's the worst of it. Sotha Sil exiled an auxiliary last week because she forgot to switch off a lamp.
Thanks for letting me know all that. I should get going.
Right, don't let me keep you. I can't imagine how demanding Devaith Fear must be. Better you than me, that's for sure. Keep your nose to the cogs and you'll be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to flip 24 switches again.
Right.
Were you treated well by the menials? I assume they battered you with complaints. What have you learned?
Sotha Sil is definitely behaving strangely. He made lots of odd demands.
Yes, well, I could have told you that. That's why I sent you here after all. What kinds of demands? Be specific.
He makes the servants darken rooms before he enters, and demanded that some lamps be replaced.
The lamps in the locutorium, yes? The large assembly room over there? The auxiliaries and factotums have been laboring in there day and night ever since we arrived. Curious. What could lights have to do with this? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Expose him to the light.
Impressive. I assumed I'd have to explain it to you. Of course, this requires a functional lamp. I assume he ordered them destroyed. Speak to that high elf of yours, Neramo. The dark elf as well. We need one of these lamps repaired and operable.
Alright, I'll go find Yarmo and Raynor. I'm sure this will go over swimmingly. You being a sneaky thief, why else would you need to be stealthing it up?
I have important business back in Vardenfell. I can't be late.
Yes.
I need to leave.
I've heard this song and dance. Hi, friend.
Ah, I hope to see you again, Assistant. Pray tell, what did Devaith Fear have to say? I fear that he and I might have gotten off to a poor start. Did he ask about me? Any mention of my many exploits?
Actually, Derivath wants you and Raynor to help me with an important task.
Raynor? Surely this is something I can handle myself.
No.
Impressing Devaith Fear could greatly increase my
Devaith.
standing in the Dwemerich scholarly community. Tell me, what does Lord Fear ask of me? Us?
He wants us to build a lamp. One that's identical to the lamps removed from the aquarium.
He just wants us to build a lamp? What an odd request.
Yeah.
No matter. I would be happy to offer my ample expertise, provided you let Devaith Fear know that I did so. First things first. I need to study one of the lamps we're supposed to recreate.
An aide told me they tossed the old lamps into the fundament. We should start there.
Some kind of tubular housing. Probably meant to protect a glass interior? Difficult to say. A complex filament of some kind. The weaving on this fiber, it must be machine-made. I should be taking notes.
Yes, why don't you? Am I going around this the opposite way as everybody else?
Some kind of compressor. For funneling a gas, perhaps? Interesting.
Do you say so? Yeah, clearly I'm going about this
Routine diagnostics complete.
differently than everybody else.
Look at the apertures on this. It must be some kind of modulator that changes the nature of the light. Fascinating. Compressors, filaments, housings, modulators. Yes! I think I understand what these discarded lights have in common.
I'm listening.
Unlike the other lamps, these compress some kind of geodic gas into metal tubes, then modulate the light to create another kind of illumination that mortal eyes cannot see. Invisible light! Remarkable! The potential applications are limitless.
So, can you recreate one of these lights?
Yes, with Rayna's assistance, I believe we can recreate this lamp without much difficulty. Of course, you'll need to procure the requisite parts. These are all broken beyond repair. What do you plan to do with this light, exactly?
We plan to use it on Sotha Sil. I'm not exactly sure what will happen.
You plan to do what? Oh dear. Well, this seems like a terrible idea, but I shall rely upon you and Lord Fear to protect me. Here's a list of the components I'll need. Once you've acquired them, meet me in the Hall of Refined Techniques. Good luck.
You too. How convenient for this to respawn.
Skipping zone.
Anything useful? Not really. There's that container. Yep. So yeah, go around, kill guys. So I can snatch up their parts. Wait for me, don't kill everything! Damn it, you killed everything. Apparently I can still examine it for bits. Apparently a lot of people have been through here recently. There's lots of corpses everywhere. Hello.
New patrol path registered. Reflecting.
There's a lore book over there. No.
Combat permissions registered and logged.
I definitely want that lore book. Excuse me.
Dreaming. Glowing embers. Wool blanket. Dreaming. Storm clouds. Wind.
Can I not? Oh, it's over
Calculating
here.
control subroutines.
And you can't go through there, of course.
Audio anomalies detected. Documenting. Clarity by 15%.
He was trying to get back up even though he was clearly dead.
By Set's will, I am bound to defend.
Right, you go defend then. Uh-huh. Lore book, I am so coming for you. No, we still need to go this way. Oh, this way. It's eerily quiet. Is it just because everything is dead? Ooh, blueprint. Clockwork City. It says there's a lore book right here. Okay. I'm afraid to jump down there. Hi. How'd you get over there? And that person ran down the dead end. It's like I jumped off from above because, you know, I had to get that lore book. Come on, load screen. Try a little harder, please. Wheelbarrow. And markers over that way.
My functions permit me to assist all customers.
Okie doke. No. Trying to talk.
Now there's the look of someone on the hunt for something specific. You've come to the right place, friend. I've got a bit of everything. What can I get you?
Do you have any lamp tubes like the ones in the aquarium?
As a matter of fact, I acquired some of those just a few days ago. Apparently, someone's tossing out the old lighting to make way for the new. They're not easy to come by anymore, though. What's your offer?
I'm an associate of Rovest Vinerni. If you do me a favor, you're doing her a favor.
Varuni Arvel? Well, that changes everything. Any friend of Varuni's is a friend of mine. Why don't you take this tube on the house?
Thanks.
Just let Varuni know how helpful I was, all right?
Sure
and
thing.
that I'm pretty good looking. Well spoken, too. Deal?
I'll be sure to let her know. That's not actually getting me where I want. refined techniques, huh? Bookshelves.
All prices have been calculated with current market trends.
Well, you never know. Oh yes, the transmutation station. That sounds so weird.
Ah, you've returned! Excellent! Yes. Raynor and I have cobbled together a serviceable frame for the lamp. All we need now are the components I sent you to acquire. Were you successful?
Here's everything that was on your list.
Wonderful! I'm confident this lamp will conform to the exact specifications of the lamps they removed, provided Raynor didn't make any miscalculations.
Of course, it'll be his fault.
Would this be the time to inform Devaith Fear of our success? Or mine, specifically?
Yes, I'll let Divinith know we'll be ready soon.
Excellent! Excellent! No need to return here, of course. Kirith should be back straight away, and I'll have her run the completed lamp over to the locutorium as soon as it's ready. See you soon, assistant!
See you soon. More like you're my assistant, but yeah, okay.
Ah, I was beginning to worry. Not about you, of course. These apostles have been circling me like cliff racers. Looking for an autograph, no doubt. So tiresome.
I'm sure.
I take it you were successful in learning about these lights and constructing a new one?
Yes, Nerimo and Raynor constructed a working lamp. Kirith will deliver it soon.
Well done. I assume you discovered the special property of these lamps. Why does my dear friend Sil go to such lengths to avoid them?
Nerimo believes they emit some kind of invisible light.
Invisible light? Fascinating. To help with factotum navigation, perhaps? Huh. No matter. Further inquiry must wait. Now is the time for action. I will request a congressional assembly. Plant your lamp on the balcony above, then return to me.
Alright, I'll get the lamp into position on the balcony.
Did you say something about putting the lamp on the balcony? We might have a problem.
Oh.
Raynor and that annoying high elf finished your lamp, but there's a problem. On the way here, I overheard an aide complaining about some new security measures Sotha Sil put in place. Looks like the balcony is under heavy guard now.
Of course. So I'll have to sneak past guards to get the lamp into position.
Looks that way, unless you want blood on your hands, of course. But that might complicate our sponsorship a smidge, yeah? Just be quick and quiet, like me. You'll be fine. Here's the lamp, good luck.
Thanks for the warning, Kirith. Yeah. However I say your name. What's with the noises? Oh, God, what's with the camera being in the floor? I can't see a goddamn thing. Okay, I think how is this even the slightest bit helpful? Why am I zoomed out so far? Yeah, I was trying to avoid other people screwing me. And the whole camera in the floor thing wasn't helping matters when I jumped into the damn basket. What's up?
I convinced Sotha Sil that the Congress requires yet another lecture on the sanctity of clockwork automata. He eagerly agreed. Seemed almost giddy about it. It was unsettling.
I bet.
Is all in readiness?
Yes, I placed the lamp. Everything is prepared.
Good. Sil's lecture should begin any moment now. Stand ready to activate the lamp. I'm reasonably certain that something will happen, but the specifics elude me. I guess this is what uncertainty feels like. What a novel change of... What are you waiting for? Sil will take the stage any minute. Make your way to the locutorium.
Attempted minor blasphemies, but my generosity has limits. Know this. Any servant of the Clockwork God found tinkering with factotums shall face severe sanction. In this place, my word shapes,
Sotha Sil, huh?
instructs, and controls. My authority is absolute.
Something seems
Keep
fishy
your
about that.
modest experiments.
Hang on.
Seek discovery.
Okay, turn on the lamp.
What is that? What's happening?
After him! Someone seize that imposter!
What's up?
I am the Clockwork God. You will kneel before me. Kneel!
I'd rather not. Fuck, my magicka.
Curse you, outsider. I will return.
I'm sure you will. Where'd that dude come from all of a sudden? You get in here last second so that you could enjoy a last blow, as it were. When I did all the damn work. Is he like draining my magic or something?
I haven't the
That was
time to
crazy.
discuss this, Varuni. Wittingly or unwittingly, Lord Set no longer serves the people of Clockwork City. Now, if you will excuse me.
Gascon, where are you going? When news of this gets out, we need to issue a statement or at least gather the Congress for an emergency session.
I have urgent matters to attend to. Make whatever statement you like. I will return soon.
Nice fella.
Well, that was enlightening. To think I've been speaking to Sotha Sil's shadow all this time. It seemed so lifelike. Far more advanced than my own, I'm sorry to say. Fascinating. It really is too bad we'll all be dead soon.
What? Dead? How?
Well, I don't mean to alarm you, but I will be frank. If an impostor sits upon the throne aligned and learns how to wield the power of this place, a cataclysm will follow. We may yet discover a way to avert this disaster, but the chances are slim.
So what do we do?
Stay with Varuni. With Sotha Sil exposed as an impostor, the Congress will fall into turmoil. In such chaos, dark truths always float to the surface. Pray they do so quickly. I have other inquiries to make. Stay vigilant. We will meet again soon.
Take care of yourself, Devarith.
My dear Lord Seht, what happened to you?
Y'all never remember how to say names?
I can scarcely believe what we just witnessed. How could this happen? How could a shadow masquerade as Lord Seht? The Father of Mysteries would never let such a thing happen. There must be another explanation.
Devarith Frey knew something was wrong with Sotha Sil. We had to determine the cause.
Fear, of course. Always the iconoclast. I'll bet he's snickering at us even now. It doesn't matter. I appreciate your diligence. This has been a profoundly upsetting ordeal, but we must move forward. We must find the real Lord Seht.
Seems like Chancellor Gascon has worries of his own.
Yes. He was acting strangely, wasn't he?
And
he always chafed under Lord Set's rule. Now he finally has a pretext to seize control, and he slinks away like a broken basilisk. Curious. Too curious.
No, not curious. Suspicious. What do you suggest we do?
The real Lord Seht will aid us eventually, I know it. In the meantime, we must do for ourselves. Thank you for everything you've done. It appears we'll have to do a lot more before this is through.
Grips of the imposter. Coincidence that my hands are medium armor?
Classic Gascon. Fleeing to his chambers when things go poorly. I'm sure that news of Lord Set's condition has already made it to the...
actually,
Damn you, Gascon.
We're not going to talk to you just yet, lady. I also got a bow. Not that I exactly use bows. But yeah, I think that will do it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.